You're making me hungry.
I couldn't help myself. I couldn't even help myself. I got some fried chicken and mac and cheese, man.
It's all right. It's all right. It's good stuff. What we do need to do is do more clipping. I might hire. We might need to hire some clippers on the internet to just watch our streams and then just start clipping for us.
Mm-hmm. Getting good
That
clips.
might not be a bad idea. You know, clippers are making. I'm hearing for these big guys, $100,000 a year just to sit in those streams and clip. Yeah. I mean, think
Wait,
about it. Clipping is everything. If you know how to clip something, you know, you're golden. And I think encouraging the people that watch us to clip and send it in our Discords is key. USA, what's going on, brother? How are you? Markella, what up, Markella? How are you?
what's going
Welcome
on,
back.
y'all? USA, USA.
It's the loveliest moving on earth with a Sean Voyage. We are back in here. Good to see some of you guys. Double tap that screen if you are in here. That's the only thing we're going to tell you today. Just to double tap. Sean and I essentially are going to just have a conversation. We'll go off some of the things you may or may not say. If you already know we make music, we encourage you to go obviously listen to music. Sean and I have been live every day on TikTok, so if you haven't seen us on here in a while, that's why. Definitely go check out that. Follow the TikTok. Amazing stuff going on over there. But we're here on YouTube right now, so we're going to focus on that. Thank you, Markella, for the MVCs. Appreciate you. Anything specific, Sean, you'd like to say, other than obviously telling people to double tap that screen? And we can just go off what we were talking about earlier, but I'll let you kind of steer this one here.
Well, you know, what really has been on my mind, on my heart, as of lately, is what it feels like, what it looks like to do the right thing. Do the right thing.
Yeah.
So a lot of people be like, well, that's subjective, you know, right or wrong. Sometimes it's as clear as this is up, this is down.
Yeah.
Right, left.
Yep.
And there is still right or wrong. And sometimes people are going to do you wrong even if you're doing right. Now, let me slow down. I said, sometimes people are going to do you wrong even if and when you're doing right.
Yeah.
And we mustn't get lost in this. We mustn't get lost in this.
Yep.
Just
I
because
think.
someone has a bunch of money, flashy things, popularity doesn't always mean they're right, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want everyone to be aware of who their role models are, what they glorify in this world, and where your values and morals lie. It's important to just keep a close eye on that as a people and to monitor that, to make sure that we are headed in the right direction, doing the right thing, looking up to the right people, following in the right footsteps, and living an all around righteous lifestyle.
Yeah, I think the great ones are the ones that understand that they can go left, but they still choose to return to love and take that higher road. And it's not easy, and sometimes it takes many lessons just to get that one right. You know, I wasn't always choosing that. I wasn't always holding myself in more restraint necessarily in certain dynamics, and it doesn't mean I'm still perfect, right? I'm still very much a work in progress.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get misled by false prophets. There's so many out there,
Bingo.
and I think that I think we're in hollow times. I
Mm-hmm.
think that I know we're in hollow times. And personally, I don't know how much I want to share on this, but recently my calling has been clearer than ever because it's just stamped in the music. The message that has always been throughout my music that maybe a younger version of me wasn't aware of has always been about God, love, and that. Now, however you get there, I don't really care, right? I just want you to get there. And there's something to be said about the souls that constantly return to that because there's something There's something channeling through a lot. And I think we choose to block out our feelings and numb it a lot of the times. I know I've done that. So therefore, we don't get the downloads as much, or we just go on about our life. We have the distractions, so we forget. But because people like Sean and I have always stayed in touch, we've kind of always somehow end up back at the same thing. And this time just to go higher with it.
Absolutely. And beautifully said. Shout out to Joe Webber, man. You heard?
What up, Wepa?
And I see you, USA. Nah, giving a lot of good game there in the chat. You know, steer clear to false prophets. And it is hard to do the right thing. And it's easy to do the wrong thing. Evidence of that is the right thing to do if your lawn is out of order is cut the grass.
Right.
But it's easy to sit on your ass.
What feels better, though? Doing the right or wrong thing?
What feels better? It really depends on how you're conditioned. If we're talking, different levels of gratification. So, okay, yeah. If you want to sit around, eat chocolate, play video games because it feels good,
Right.
bingo, there's your answer. You know what I mean? Because you don't have to work hard or focus on anything. That's really uber substantial. Compared to because you don't want to feel the toil of hard work, maybe. Compared to if you're conditioned to enjoy hard work and you like the dopamine you get from building, achieving, accomplishing, and furthering uh, anything in
Right.
your life, your career, a project, uh, a plan, a mission. So it really depends on how you're wired as far as gratification goes. And even with that being acknowledged, deep down inside, even the people that rely on the instant gratification, if you really got to the center of them, like a Tootsie Pop, and ask them what their truest ambitions, dreams, and desires are, and they were presented with a pathway to get started on achieving that step by step, baby step by step, and they took it upon themselves to begin taking those steps, they would feel the much more rewarding joy that comes with that route.
Yeah.
Got to recalibrate. That's right. That's right, Joe. Lot. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not. Ain't nobody up here talking about, oh, we're doing everything right. We're all, you know what I'm saying, going to be up here as people who must recalibrate time and time and time again. Time and time again. The enemy conspires against us on a daily basis. There's all types of temptations and distractions that will be thrown in our faces. And it is up to us to choose what's right. And even when we do wrong, to choose to recalibrate to righteousness.
USA says, I used to live a wild life. Making fast, easy money. It's hard to go to work every day. That's a real man. Not being in the streets. It was like something famous guy, but now, no, it's not. Well, that's beautiful. Just to be able to recognize that.
Yes.
I think, outside of even going to work, but yes, it's being able to be disciplined, to choose something for a greater purpose. Absolutely. But even that, I do wonder often, were we designed to do this? Were we really designed to a lot of people going to work that they don't even like, right? I mean, we did make these systems, but somewhere along the way, our gifts and our powers have been diminished. That intuition, all of that, a lot of us don't get it because we're just stuck in the system. It's very hard to come home after a long day and be on that super high frequency. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But when you're not, and when you're out in nature and you're more present and you're not at that place that makes you put on that uniform where you're working for someone else's vision. Now, some people like that. That's fine. That's for you then. But for those who I'm speaking to, those it's not, then you know that something's got to be off. So, look, not everyone's going to go against the grain of things. I get it. But if we can just get more people who are chasing alignment and not things for ego and that such. I think we'll get closer to the truth. But look, we're always going to need a little bit of ego. Having some ego isn't terrible. It's just, why are you doing it, right? So
Right. No, I agree. Discipline, and love, brother.
thank you, man.
Important to be
Yeah, day
consistent.
350 today. Day 350.
Hey,
On the
350 over
road
there.
to, I don't even know what we're on the road to. I said it on TikTok. I don't know if I want to publicly say it because the TikToks don't replay itself. So if you are in here, we got 7 beautiful souls in here. Double tap that screen if you resonate with what we're saying, if you enjoy it. We're both 2 independent recording artists. We encourage you to check out the music, but today is just a simple conversation. I'm not here to tell you to subscribe if you don't want it. If you feel it in your heart to do so, do it. If not, cool. That's not the purpose of today's stream. So, hello, Linda. Welcome back. Make sure you double tap that screen if you're just joining, if you support us. So, Linda was on the TikTok stream. Linda came back. We love seeing Linda in here.
Awesome. Good to have you here, Linda.
Hot in here. Turn the damn fans on. Oh, sorry about that.
Getting chilly over there, Playboy?
No, it's hot. It's more stagnant. When the air becomes stagnant, we need some circulation, some ventilation.
Oh, the air needs conditioning.
Yeah, conditioning. Any questions from the people that are in here watching? I mean, we feed off of your engagement, obviously. We just did a kind of random YouTube live, which we haven't done in a while. We're officially 12 minutes in, so I mean, I think we're doing pretty well.
This is going well. I do have a question. What did you do? This goes to everyone. What did you do for yourself today? And Vic, I'll start with you,
I
brother.
did an act of service for somebody else. I think selfishly, I could say, in part, it was for that person. God told me to do it, right? But there's also healing quality in it for me.
Very good. So that's 2 birds, 1 stone right there.
If you can hit a 2er and 1er, you got to do it.
Then you got it.
You can hit a 2er and 1er, you got to do it. You know.
And that's awesome. The reason why I asked that is because you can't properly take care of anyone else if you aren't taking care of yourself.
For sure.
So eat that food, take that break, get that exercise, drink your water, listen to your favorite songs, talk to people you love, and that energize you.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Do your favorite things because it fills you up. It energizes you. It amplifies your frequency. You want to be on a high frequency because I saw something that I stumbled across. I think it was a YouTube short, and it was a guy that was saying, once upon a time, he used to tell people, "I'll do my best for you."
Yeah.
And we're used to hearing that, right? You've heard that before. "I'll do my best for you."
Well, we don't want to go there.
I'm sure everyone's pretty familiar with that common saying, though. And he said he's moved away from that, and he's saying, "I'll do my best for myself so I can do the best for everyone else."
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, because if you're doing it for the sole purpose of someone else, then you're robbing from your own needs, which then kind of takes away from what you're trying to do for the other person in the first place, you know? So let's start with here first, all right? Let's look inward to then look outward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People have a natural respect for people that are willing to develop themselves,
Mm-hmm.
elevate, evolve. Um, Even if they need to focus on themselves and step away from others to do so, people have a respect for people that do that. And on the other hand, they have the opposite emotions towards someone who's majorly dependent or always seeking some kind of validation. You know, uh, they won't even respect so much someone who's clearly, blatantly, and visibly draining themselves to try to do for others and make it seem as if they're doing for others. It's not that respectable. The thought's nice, but the actual act of it is self-defeating. And mama always told me not to half-ass things. And you're more prone to half-ass things if you're not where you need to be. You're not in position to help in the first place.
Proud G Money. What up, Gianna? If you
Yeah,
guys
was
are
that.
just joining, the only thing we ask from you today on this, just double tap that screen with your finger. It helps a lot. Yeah, I think there's a lot to reflect on, Sean. I don't know what day you're on. Do you have a clue or no?
I'd have to look it up.
Well, you started in September, right?
September 1st.
September 1st. So that would mean May 1st is how many months?
Oh gosh.
8 plus 5. Wow, 58. So that would mean, brother, do you know how many months you've been doing it? 5 and 8. So that's 5.
No.
5 and 3.
I'm
8
on
months.
like
You've been doing it 8
9.
months. I got it. You've been doing it 8 months.
Is it 8?
And how many days are we? 20 days. So 8 months, 8 times 3 is what?
8 times 3 is 24.
So you've been doing it 260 days, brother.
260?
Around 260, yes, sir. Because I was about
Okay.
90 days ahead of you, if I remember, something like that. Around 260. Why don't we ask ChatGPT? How many days has it been since
September 1st, 2024. Folks, can we get a drum roll? Let me see some drums in the chat. Cause I have not looked up this number in months.
261. I was quite close, man, for that quick
You
math.
said 261. That was some quick maths. You were thinking
Yeah,
on your
you're on
toes.
261. I'm on 350. I mean, that level of consistency is rare today. Now, what can we say publicly are some of the mistakes we've made along the way to maybe be further than we're at in the streaming journey, or are we right where we're supposed to be?
Without a doubt. I feel like, well, to rephrase the first thing you said, I would say it like this personally. Um, what are things that we've learned from on the road?
Sure. Yes. Let's phrase it that way. What are some things that we've learned from that could? Well, here's where it's tricky. We are exactly where we're supposed to be because
Correct, because I believe in that. But there's some truth to the first statement, but it's about the way it looking at it. I
right.
feel like the individual may look at it.
If we were supposed to have quote unquote more eyeballs right now, we would. But I think that consistency and doing it sometimes when there's a lack of applause or there isn't the amount of applause that you want on a journey like this because you want to see steady growth, but you still stay to it. I think that's how you earn God's favor and devotion.
Mm.
You know? So there's things that we could do differently to treat it more intentionally and seriously. Yes.
Mm.
But that will come when our body is fully there, you know? Because I could say to you tomorrow, I'm going to be more intentional, right? And I'm going to have it all mapped out, every stream for the week. And that might be good. Honestly, that might take it from here to here real quick. We might be where we were before, but even higher. But if the physical is not there yet, then it's not going to get, like, it's going to get there when it's supposed to. You cannot
Absolutely.
force action. It's going to come when you feel like you're ready for it. Carson, what up, man? Thanks for coming back. I found Mark on day 7 or 8 and Sean day 2, I believe. I love that, USA. You and Joe were here like first couple days, and here we are, 350, man. We're coming up on our year end. Our
Yes, we
year
are.
Annie, man. What'd you get me for my year Annie? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, it wouldn't be a surprise if I told you up here right now.
Carson says he's seen Mark day 1. I have to go back and check. You know I can't check, chat. You know, because the chat stays up. I could just go back to day 1 and really see.
Who was in there?
Some people be capping. Capaholics mixtape.
Capaholics mixtapes.
But we
Real cap shit.
We do appreciate the people that are here with us, because I feel like we have people that are here for us, and they're gonna stay through this journey. So that's important. Figuring out new ways and better ways to get across to these souls, these other beautiful people. The message, the art, the music. I think it's instead of looking at it as marketing, it's looking at it as medicine. How do I make this marketing feel like medicine? Because marketing is some earthly thing. It's really medicine for what? The soul, right? So what's going to make people feel like I need to see that? I want to be a part of that, you know? Just spitballing. Franny, what up? Thanks for coming back. We appreciate you, Franny. God bless. Carson, we are not accepting any mods right now, but I do really love that consistency from you. You've been doing it all year, and we love it. I'm not taking any new mods right now. I'm honestly not even on YouTube that much. I'm on TikTok. But I am going to go back and check now, Carson. You got me wanting to check. If you were really there day 1, though, we're going to do a huge celebration for you. But that's going to take some work. We're not going to go through the files just yet.
Not quite yet.
Because we're going to continue this conversation here. But yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Any questions from the audience members, or just, but yeah, I'm listening to you.
I was thinking, just things something else I've learned is just, I've definitely learned being consistent on this journey, and it's important to be consistent in every aspect of life. Anything going right for you, at least.
Mr. Consistent squared in here.
Mm-hmm. And another thing is like, write your own story, but let life happen. Don't will things to be. Don't no. Don't put your will in front of things. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where everyone's views, beliefs, and whatnot lie, but I say not your will, God's will, the universe's will. Let life happen.
Let it flow.
Let it flow. Let it flow. And let life flow. Because I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea from saying let life happen. Don't just sit around stagnant.
No. Right.
Right. And what I mean by that is like a surfer, let it flow. They don't try to change the direction the water's going. They ride the wave. They ride the wave, and they thrive on that wave. So just that's how I feel about it right there. It's just be open to letting life flow, go the way it's supposed to go.
Yep.
And don't let that jam you up. I've genuinely learned to love the sun and love the fun, as well as loving the rain and loving the pain. I love them all the same. I've genuinely learned to do this. There's no such thing as an entirely bad day. There's always going to be some moments in that day, even if it wasn't your favorite one, that's like, actually, that was pretty awesome. That was pretty funny. It was nice to hear from my friend. That was a good hug I had today. Or even though all this happened, I still ate one of my favorite meals. Wind it down just like I like to. The good things and bad things happen every day, and it's about what you focus on mentally. And just learning to appreciate that. Learning to appreciate that. You got to be adaptable, absolutely. flexibility and got to be just being adaptable. Yeah, yeah.
I learned, if the garbanzo beans taste sour, try a different flour.
I read that in a book somewhere.
Yeah. And sometimes when that thing don't ping, don't buy it a ring.
I think Warren Buffett said that. Hold on
Beats,
now.
what up?
My boy's
Beats,
pulling
what
some
up? What up? What up? Beats, welcome back.
my boy's pulling some gems out the bag. Don't stress over what's uncontrollable or not to your liking. Adapt and thrive. Never give up. Every day we wake up is a new chance for new opportunities, new relationships, etc. It's so true. It's so true. And that's something very important because time doesn't work the way we think it does. Um, some people may feel like they're stuck in something, day in and day out. Low key, there's always something there. Just like one of those video games where they say, pay attention to this part of the map. Because if you look under there, there's like a scroll, or this sword is actually in this cave, but people usually walk past that cave. You know, it's true for life too.
Well, I think we're eternal living amongst the mortal. I mean, yeah. I think time is hard to construct because time is not really there.
What I'm gonna call it? You said, can you repeat that once more?
What's up, Sky? Welcome in, Sky. We love it.
Yeah.
Access to picture, Sky. We love it. Make sure you double tap that screen, hit that red button up there to subscribe. Yeah, I don't know what this music is in the background, to be honest, but
Do you guys hear mine?
we're in a rock floating through space, quite literally. No, I don't. We are, but it's more than that. So yeah, that's why it's best to do things that are timeless. Whether that's choosing the high road in something to make creations that are timeless. Don't do things for the times now. Do things that you believe will stand the test of that, right?
Yes.
So, I don't know. I think holding the door open for people is a timeless act. It somehow has been lost in this next generation. But we could bring it back. One door open at a time, we bring it back, my friend.
Absolutely.
Phoenix, welcome back to the loveliest movement on earth where high frequency
What's
is.
up? What's up, Haddon Phoenix?
You hear a fan? Do you hear a fan? Yes, there's many in here. But we call you the Love Links. I'm just kidding. I'm too smooth with it. I do have a fan on. It's hot as hell. The air is stagnant. We want some ventilation, circulation. No worries, Sky. No worries.
I mess with that. I mess with that though. Just yeah. That thing about time. You literally do get a fresh start every day, no matter what's going on. And
blinking or winking.
Yeah, you get to choose to have a better attitude the next day. You get to choose to be less reactive the next day. You know what I'm saying? More productive the next day. You always get that opportunity when you open your eyes again. And I just, as a community in here, we got a lot of lovelings in here. We got a lot of voyagers in here. Shout out to the loveliest movement. Shout out to the most victorious voyage. And for the whole of our community, I just want to remind everyone, like this, you can have it just like that. Just like that. It's going to come down to your mindset. It's going to come down to your energy. It's going to come down to your environment, all them things. A lot of aspects. But be an alchemist. Be an alchemist with the way you conduct yourself, and you'll see it translate through the actions and outcomes that follow that. For real.
Like, all right, tell me what it is. It wasn't, but yeah, we could meet in the middle there. God loves you all, because God is in all of you. Yes. Keep your head. Someone's going to try to push you down. Stay stronger. Guys, looking down on you. Thank you, Carson. We need that.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I got
People
coworkers.
conspire every day, but we here.
Yep.
Day 350.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Mark and I say this a lot. You know, the enemy conspires against all of us on a daily basis. You could be feeling amazing, you know. Uh, and thank you, by the way, Sky. Appreciate you. I like getting cool shades. Joe, we got an alchemist down there. Shout out to Joe. On a daily basis, you can make your mom's day on Mother's Day, drop a new song that day, cook your favorite breakfast. You got a hot date coming up that night. There's gonna be something or someone that's they're gonna try to say something, do something.
Yeah.
You're gonna see maybe even a sign from the universe that you might find triggering based off of what kind of buttons you have to push or what's happened to you in the past. There's always gonna be something there, and it's really gonna come down to keeping your head in those moments, not staying detached from these kind of things. I literally I've like at least two I could think of, a couple coworkers, that hate on me, man. That hate on me. They hate to see it. They hate to see it. You know, they get little details about my life. You know what I'm saying? And then I hear about their life. You know what I'm saying? I know why they mad about it. I know why they hating on me. You know what I'm saying? Because I heard about how they living. They know what I'm up to. I know why they're upset. They're miserable. And they want other people to feel that way. That's why they say misery loves company. I say misery loves company. And misery is going to do its best to pull off miserable miracles. And we're not going for that.
Not the MMs. Not
The
the
MM.
MMs.
There's always going to be something there to remind you. Keep your head.
You said something about pushing buttons, right?
Yeah.
And push them yourself so no one else can push them for you.
Kind of like
Carson
the
said,
8 Mile approach.
Yeah, Carson said, "Do you have any tips about making a song?" Tips, man. I'll go back to it. You gotta just do it. There's nothing I can say that's gonna be a magical wand that's gonna make it better. What I would say is learn the basics, have a noise gate on, which so you can't hear background noise. Okay, do a little echo reverb. Compress the vocals a little bit. Outside of that, you have to experiment with what sounds good to you. You are the creator, so you are gonna learn what your ear is like. I can't tell you how to make a song. I just channel something and I do what it is for me. But what I can tell you is repetition. The more you do it, you put in those 10,000 hours, you're going to know if you have something or not. Start with the basics, man. You don't need all this fancy stuff. If you have an iPhone, which I bet you do, there's an app out there you can record on that. Do that over and over and over and over until you're like, this isn't half bad. You'll learn it on your own. I can't tell you how to do something. You'll just figure it out. I know that seems like the advice you might not want to hear, but it's the real answer.
Nobody can ride that bike for you.
MV, my song Pushing Through. What about it, Phoenix? You like it?
Phoenix, what's going on with you? I hope you've been writing more stories.
I feel like I'm on the top of a mountain with this music,
I wish you could hear mine. I feel like I'm in like a very aromatic lobby with some well-dressed people.
Wow. Like the Lenny Lavender?
Yeah, just like Lenny Lavender.
That's my guy, man. Lenny Lav. Some of them call him Lenny Lav. Some of them call him Lenny Lavender. I think it sort of goes with the theme of today's lap. Phoenix, that's a very well articulated point. I couldn't agree more with you. I love that. Yes, I would agree. We got 8 people in here. If you haven't already, keep double tapping the screen. We've hit 10 likes. I mean, that's a record, It's a freaking record. We're out here setting records. Detached from the results. We have Devin in the building with an MV season Baby Blue Heart teddy bear and a hashtag The Voyage X2.
Go.
X2? I don't. What's the X2 for? Is that X3?
It means the voyage, the voyage,
The Voyage.
voyage.
Oh, I see. The X3. It's like, man, my eyesight is bad.
Yeah, that's Q. That's when you know what I'm saying? It ain't just the voyage, it's the voyage, the voyage, the voyage. You dig?
What's up, Ella? Ella, I was here before. Hi. Well, welcome back, Ella. Thanks for coming back. Ella Bella
Devin,
C8.
Devin.
What's up, Devin? How are you? If you guys haven't already double tapped that screen, we're up to 10 people, Sean. How are you feeling about 10 people tuning in right now?
It says 1010 on my screen. How about yours?
It says 10:10 and it's almost 10:10.
Oop, 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 oop. 1011.
Oh, who's going to be number 11? Or the 11th viewer, I mean, 11:11. I could rock with an 11:11er right now. Could you?
1111?
All right, Carson. Take care. Thanks for coming back. Thank you for still listening to the music and being a part of this, man. We'll see you soon, my friend.
No, I think he just said he's going to work on it tomorrow.
I'm going, so work on it tomorrow. I'm going to work on the song tomorrow. Oh, maybe not. Maybe, yeah, you're right. Maybe that's me with my comprehension problem. That is. Wow. Always looking deeper than what it needs to be. They're like, man, I just want to know if you want still or sparkling. I'm like, well, what are we trying to say about the current economic crisis we're facing?
Are you trying to ask me if I've been still or sparkling lately? Because I've been doing my best.
Kind of rude when they ask me that.
I've been doing my best. That's what I've been doing.
Oh, that's rather interesting. Oh, the Voyage. Well, look at that. MVC's in the Voyage. Those are some new
That's hot.
fonts. I don't even
That's
know how
hot.
they'd be doing all that stuff.
USA be going hard, man.
Yeah.
Guys, I have some carrot cake in the fridge as well as a Hershey pie.
Dude. Not the CC.
Carrot cake, baby.
Oh, man. You want to talk
Yo.
about...
Actually, that's about to be new lingo for jewelry. You know what I'm saying? You get that 32 carat. That listen to that.
Yeah. Hello, jeweler. Peter Marco. That's a famous jeweler in Beverly Hills, LA. Peter Marco, I'm going to need the carrot cakes.
Yep.
For you, Mr. Vinyls.
Y'all would have thought I was on the phone with the bakery. I called up Johnny Dang. I asked for a carrot cake.
Gianna says a carrot cake and a Hershey pie. The Hershey pie is where I might not be co-signing that one.
You don't like Hershey pies?
Is it, what's the Hershey pie? That to me just sounds like, if I'm just being completely frank, that sounds like, dare I say it? Sean, let me ask you something very specific. All right. Do you remember, if I was to do something right now, would you be able to get right back in that mode that we once did?
Wait, you said if you were to do something right now, would I be able to get what?
Right back. Like, would you be able to pick up what I'm putting down, do you think, right away?
I'd give it all I had. And Gianna knows what's good. Hershey pies are legendary. You can get them at Burger King or you can buy them at your local grocery store. It's by Edwards, if I'm not mistaken. The one you can find at like Stop and Shop and places like that. But yes. And my mom, that's one of my mom's go-to cakes that she bakes is a carrot cake. This cake is not from my mom. This particular slice of carrot cake is not from my mom, but I do like carrot cake because of my mom. Yup. Y'all know about the Edwards pies. Come on now.
Sean, I want you to keep talking, but my friend, you're about to understand what's going on here. You know what I mean?
Long-lasting freshness to take the drama out of any mess. Fabuloso.
Yeah, so Sean, the current economic crisis, I've been reading a lot of stuff about it. I think we should talk about kind of like the spiritual, I guess, underlying factor.
Absolutely.
Um, so what do you think, I guess, I mean, currently with society?
It's in shambles.
And what about specific, more or less, kind of like the people you're dealing with at work? Like, what do you think about um, what they're saying? What are they saying?
Well, as some of you may be aware of, one of my
I was trying.
Yes, on We, which is on all streaming services right now, it goes into detail about how you may hear someone say, ask someone, "How are you doing today?" Oh, same shit, different toilet. Same shit,
Right.
different, same old, same old. And what these people have in common is they typically are not living fulfilled lives due to the work that they are involved in, the environment that they are submerged in. And they're stuck in a routine, a rat race, if you will,
Thank you, Cincy.
of
Bye.
monotony. And they're too accustomed to the mundane that they no longer can describe their day to day in an exciting way. They're
Hmm.
saying it reminds them of yesterday and the day before that, and probably last month and 6 months ago. What am I getting from the people there? Uh,
And that, my friends, is today's combined live stream with Sean Voyage. I want to say thank you guys so much for being in here. My phone is running real low on battery. We'll see you back tomorrow on our both respective individual journeys for day 351 and day 262. And if there's anything you need to know about the two of us, we're not going to stop. We have messages to keep delivering. We appreciate all the support, including Shadow. I see you, Shadow, and Linda, and Joe, and Devin, and Gianna, and Sky, and Carson, and Cincy. And am I missing anyone? Was Raj in here, and Phoenix, and everybody else that was here? And just remember, everything you need to know that you may ask us, we can help, maybe a little bit. We'd love to. We're honored. Is in here. So, Sean, any closing remarks?
Hey, everybody, remember to prioritize peace, love, and prosperity. Uh, what you are witnessing right now is not only the loveliest movement on earth, but also the most victorious voyage the seven seas has ever seen. You're talking to Mark Vinyls and Ashan Voyage, aka Superstar. Somebody please screenshot this and send it to me.
And with that, guys, same people, same things going on, same shenanigans. We're continuing to rise and grow. So should you, but the person in there never changes. We'll see y'all soon. Love.
Yeah.